Are the Saudis literally going to take over boxing to the point where they virtually control the whole market in a similar way to how the UFC virtually control the whole MMA market? Because the Saudis are now branching out. They're not just doing these mega shows in their country, they're now planning to do them in the UK and in the United States. This show that we're hearing about on August 3rd in LA is a mega show. We're talking about Terence Crawford topping the bill. On the undercard, Isaac Cruz, Andy Ruiz versus Jarrell Miller, Tim Tszyu versus Virgil Ortiz. Oh yes, that fight's rumored for that show as well. And that's before we even mention the show that they've got planned for September in the UK. So they're very, very serious. The question on my mind is, are we going to see them attempt some corporate consolidation? Will we see them actually acquire some of these major boxing promotional companies like PBC, like Matchroom, like Queensberry Promotions? Will they try to absorb them into a much larger umbrella company controlled by the Saudis, obviously? And if that did happen, would it be good for boxing long term? Short term, the Saudis have been fantastic for boxing. But if they were to have the kind of power over the entire sport that, as I say, UFC have over MMA, would we see boxing go in the same direction as MMA? Will the purses for the fighters actually start to go down? It all remains to be seen. But let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. Somebody in my Element group was suggesting that at some point, the Saudis might actually buy DAZN. I'm not sure what DAZN is actually worth, but the Saudis certainly do have that kind of money. And remember, DAZN is a global platform. They've had a tough time trying to crack the UK market and the US market over the past few years, but in other territories around the world, they're doing fantastically well. They're making big profits in certain markets. With the UK and the US, they've failed to secure rights for major sports other than boxing. And until they do, they'll probably continue to lose a lot of money. Would the Saudis want to take something like that on? Who knows? So, these are just my thoughts on the possibility of the Saudis taking over the whole of boxing, on the potential implications long term, on whether they would conduct themselves like Dana White has in the MMA space, or whether they have a very different vision. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below.